Hi, this is Kim Peck at My Stamping Garage, and today I'm going to show you how to make this card. If you purchased my July card class, July 2023 card class to go kit, this is the first card that you'll notice in your packet. If you want information about my card classes to go, you can contact me at kpeckstamp@gmail.com. That's kpeckstamp@gmail.com. Okay, so let's get started here. First of all, in your packet, it's going to look something like this, the card, and there should be enough in there for 3 of that card. So let's step through this process. I'm going to get all my supplies out here that I need for one. And for that, you're going to need, for each card, you're going to need a strip of the paper. You are going to need these die cuts with the little pieces that come out. And I apologize, I didn't get all the pieces out. You'll have to work on that a little bit. If you want to leave some in, it looks okay that way too. It's totally up to you. And then, so you'll notice there are 2 different colors. There is a light one, which is Daffodil Delight, and there's a darker one, which is Crushed Curry. Sorry, I think I was out of camera there. So let me just repeat that. You're going to need this strip of cardstock from your packet. You're going to need one of the white, basic white backgrounds or base papers. And then you're going to have 2 of these die cut images that have little pieces that come out. And so you've got a Crushed Curry one and a Daffodil Delight one. So, and then you should have your little flat pearls included in there too. So this is kind of a picture of all the supplies you'll need, plus your little die cut leaves. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Oh, you'll also need the backgrounds for those dies, so those are there. So let's go ahead and get started. You're going to fold your basic white cardstock in half. And for this, I do recommend using a bone folder, because this is the thick white paper that I used, and sometimes it's hard to get a nice crease with the thick paper, but it makes a better base for your card. Okay, and then I'm going to do this in the landscape layout. So I'm going to turn this over, put some adhesive on here, if I can find what I did with it. There it is. And I'm going to place that about 3/4 of an inch from the bottom. Oops. You know what? I cut that one wrong. Oh, I hope I didn't do that with all of yours. Well, so we're not going to take it clear to the edge. I'll make sure yours is correct before I send those out. I must have done that with all of them, unfortunately. Okay. And then you are going to take the base and the detailed die cut, and you're going to swap them out. So I'm going to put the dark one on top of the light base and the light one on top of the dark base. It just gives a little more depth when you're looking at the card. I'll show you the sample again. So you can see this is the light on the dark and the dark on the light. So that's how we're going to place those. And if you have liquid glue, this might be a good time to use that. Or you can use the adhesive. And so I'm going to just use this and put it in a couple of small places. You don't have to have it all covered. Just as long as it's sticking pretty well in certain places, you'll be fine. So I'm going to lay that right over the top, get everything lined up, and then press that down. I'm going to do the same thing for this one. And lay that over the top here. Okay, and now pull my card back into place, and for this part you are going to add your stem. So I'm going to put some adhesive on the back of that. I should be using my little silicone mat so I don't get sticky all over my paper here. Okay, so here is your stem for your flower, and I put it right about maybe a 1/4 inch this leaf from the edge and just barely overlapping the bottom. Okay, so I've got that in place, and now I can put my flowers down. I used the light one first with the dark background, and I put that one flat. So I did that one just a little off base over here. And then for this one, I did use dimensionals. If you don't have dimensionals, it'll look just fine without them. You can layer it just flat over the top of that one. But I am going to put dimensionals on mine because if you know me well, you know I use these on almost every card I do. But it would look fine without it. And then for this one, I'm just going to layer it so it overlaps that stem just a little bit. So there are my flowers in place. And now I'm going to add my pearls. And with anything that you get from us, first of all, when you start to use the pick tool, I recommend turning it so it's tight so that this sticky tack on the end starts coming out, and then wind it back just a little bit so it takes that pressure off. Otherwise, you're going to get a long piece of sticky tack, which you don't want. So, and then when the embellishments are on this clear, almost like a window sheet, the easiest way to do this is to push it down and then take it sideways to get it off that acrylic base. So just push it down. I hope you can see me. Yeah. Take it sideways. Push it down. Take it sideways. That's the easiest way I've found to get those off. So there are our embellishments. And then last but not least, we need to put a greeting on here. And I am going to use thank you as normal because I use thank you cards a lot. So this would look fine. You should have, I think I put in 12 different sayings, even though you only have 9 cards. That way you can kind of pick and choose what you want to use on which card. And then I'm just going to put this up here, and I am going to put it just slightly under that flower. I just like the depth appeal. So there is your finished card. Thanks for watching.